the professional slate.
It's my
just
only
ruin
job.
the professionalism.
Now, you may recall we have just reboarded our Uber. Your Uber driver has just come out of his stupor and is driving you back to the mean streets of Chicago from Lower Wacker Drive. You're packed in there. It's quite uncomfortable. You still have, what's her face with you? Whose name I can never
Louisa.
Louisa. That's
Louisa.
right.
What a burden she is.
Did she black out or something? Or was she just
Oh,
like,
I wish.
No, she was
no,
there.
she was like, I'm scared, right?
Yep.
Scared.
She's in
Scared
shock.
in the
Of course.
Yeah, she's basically like, I've seen one too many things. And I was keeping it together
Well,
up until the last moment.
It's her fault for following
cannot
us.
smile.
But when dead people start pretending to
You're so mad.
become their child versions of
I
themselves,
could care less.
it's too much. So, yes, you guys are back in the Uber. And
She's like the uninvited Danny McBride of our
yes,
group.
yes.
No, she's just another red shirt, you know? It's there's a trap ahead. Louisa, go check it out.
We've got 99 problems,
Look
and
at
Lisa is most of them.
So the good thing about this
Yeah,
is that
almost
Louisa
all
is
of
kind of
them.
not
She seems
engaged
really
right now
bad.
because she is kind of in shock and is just kind of following along mindlessly for the most part. The downside is that she's now a burden because she's basically not responsive for the most part. So if anything goes down, she's probably not going to be useful.
Wait,
Or-
like she's unconscious or just like spacing out?
She's spaced out. She's like
Okay.
semi-catatonic.
I mean, she's spare organs.
Of course.
Or she's spare organs
Yeah.
in case.
Yeah, because you can just like, you know,
We were
hack,
talking about it.
hack
Yeah.
slash
Like,
an organ transplant in the back
Transplants
seat
are
here,
easy,
right?
man.
Yeah, if you need
need
a
an
temporary repository for a stolen dark eye that you want to keep going and stick it into your friend here.
Yeah.
No,
You can hide some spare weapons in her chest cavity.
Yeah, the eyes. Yeah.
In case you misfire it and you burn yourself out, and need to give it to someone.
Aw.
Tony might want it, you know, to remind him of you.
We're holding on to the eye, so
It's like, it's the only thing left of him.
don't
All right.
do
Where-
this yet. Not yet.
Did we tell the Uber driver to drive in someplace in particular? Or are we
Yes,
heading
we're
to
driving to the
hospital?
hospital
Okay.
because you wanted to have his eye looked at. That was
Okay.
the
Can we
initial
can we
response
reroute
because you
this?
have a scientist and a doctor with you.
Right, we were initially going there to look for your...
Are we gonna
Dead
say that
son.
like
Well, I did
did Miles
something.
pass out?
Because the
Is he,
other faction is
No,
going
so
did he
actually,
faint?
so here's the deal. So it's unfortunate that Dan isn't here, but it can kind of work because the scene cuts back to you guys are all packed in this Uber. It's a little uncomfortable. It's kind of like hip to hip, and two things kind of happen at the same time. The first thing is that you notice that. Robbie. I wrote all this down so I wouldn't have to.
Robbie
keep scrolling
Larson.
back and forth. It's because her initial character sheet didn't have her name on it, so I like keep having this contact.
Grab a large-
So the first thing is that those of you who are sitting next to Robbie or whoever is seated next to her sees that she has a fit. Like you think she's having a seizure.
Okay. I immediately start administering medical attention.
Okay. So the question is, are you next to her?
How
how should we
Let's
determine
say
that?
like two row Uber vans.
Let's
Okay,
say
yes.
Come out of my mouth.
Sure, we can just say. I mean, we
Yeah,
can roll
whoever's
for
next
it.
to her says, hey,
All right.
Robbie's
Okay.
like...
Let's just
having
roll
a-
luck
no,
checks.
next
back
I
here.
think, I mean...
Let's just roll
They're
luck
next.
checks.
James,
All right.
Good
to
roll
what James thinks.
Sure.
Can we roll luck checks, or should we just say I'm next to her?
Shake it out of
Sure, we can have you be
Shake
next to
it
her.
off.
Okay,
Okay,
all right.
that's fine.
That's my,
So I'll start administering medical attention, making sure she doesn't bite her own tongue.
Okay,
Okay.
so you don't have a lot of things here.
Right.
So,
But the least I can do, I can like order other people, like hold her down, you know, make sure she doesn't flail around too much.
okay. So you're trying to intervene. Robbie, you are sitting in a van by yourself.
Yo.
And you're driving through... Oh, the Uber driver's there too.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Like-
just you now. You're still sitting in a seat.
Okay.
All the members of your crew are gone. You're just sitting back there by yourself.
The upside down.
guys.
Get out of here.
And you're just driving along.
Okay, I'm gonna try to talk like Uber. Excuse me, sir. Like, can you pull over for a second? Do
You hear your voice sound echoey, like it's being spoken into like a big empty space, and you can hear like the echo of it bouncing back.
Okay.
And the driver is not responding. Like it seems like he can't hear you.
Is he going at a consistent speed?
Yeah, it seems
or
like he's
stop?
just driving, like he should
Okay.
be. He doesn't seem to notice anything amiss.
Okay, I'm gonna reach for the door and see if the door opens. Door open and close.
So from where you're seated, so you're
Yeah.
in the back row,
Okay.
and you reach forward to reach for the door, and it seems like it's unlocked, but it's not opening. Like you can turn the knob and you can hear the clicking, but the door is not pulling open. Like it's stuck or something. When you lean forward, however, for a brief moment, you see the flash of a screen in front of you, and you can very quickly realize that because Miles is sitting in front of you, you somehow intersected where he would be sitting, and for a brief moment, it's like you saw what he was looking down at on his screen in front of him.
Oh, like where his. Okay.
Because you had to lean forward to reach for the door, and at some point your head intersected where his head would be,
Okay.
and you were able to look down and see what you think he would be seeing.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez. Okay. It was like a. Was it sort of like a glitch sort of feel, or like it was just shining in and out?
Yeah, you did not feel
really
anything
want to
yourself.
be
It's like
Okay.
just at a moment when your face passed through a moment, you saw
This is
the
how the
flash
jump
of that image of like, oh, he's looking at something on his screen.
Okay. I'm gonna try to call out once more and just be like, "Hello, is anybody here?" I'm gonna try to whack the driver. I'm gonna give him a good hard tap on the shoulder.
Robbie's convulsions are getting pretty significant.
Okay. I'm gonna try to just hold her down and restrain her.
Yeah.
Like keep her from moving around, keep her from hurting herself or others.
All right, this is getting a little bit difficult, and you realize that there is a couple of things that could go wrong here. Like, number one, she could actually harm one of you guys, and number two, she could bite one of you or herself.
Okay.
The Uber driver's like yelling, "What's going on back there?"
Can't bite me.
Somebody somebody get your coat off and we can tie her down to the seat. Like restrain her to the seat.
Not what you do.
I cannot imagine how you would pull this off. Like,
Okay.
what kind of car do you
I don't know
own
what
where
you would tie them to, because it's kind of just like a big van
Bondage.
seat.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what's happening?
I mean, what
There's like the seat
like,
belt.
what should I do?
buckled in.
You just secure the head.
Like those cars.
Okay,
specifically
that's all-
designed to
like,
have cords.
that's all you do is
But I mean, she's gonna flail around and hit people either way.
Yeah, you hold
That's
it
it.
down.
Standing on
Yeah,
the
that's
door.
what I said I would do.
I missed something.
That's it. You
Okay,
lay it
so-
out.
I mean, I don't know what else we can do
Yeah.
besides just holding her down.
Just wait till it's done.
Yeah,
Okay.
we don't have any drugs or anything we can administer. So yes,
We're
that
on the
seems
way to the
be best.
hospital, so it's like that's what we're supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are still on the way to the
So
hospital.
you do not seem to be getting any like traction. Like
Okay.
when you wait, you're leaning all the way forward to like strike the driver.
Yeah.
So past like the first row of seats.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a luck check.
Okay. It's. Wait, or is it these
It's
two?
D100.
Okay, cool. Okay. So,
Oh yes, we do have two order ready.
oh,
But he'll be
29
here
under 35.
Out of what?
35.
Wait, you rolled a 35 out of 35.
No, I wrote a
Oh, 20. Oh, okay,
29
okay.
out of 35.
Good enough. So, in the second row is Tony and
Gene.
Jean, and for a brief moment, you see nothing but the outer darkness of space.
Cool.
But the driver doesn't react. Like, you feel like you're hitting him,
Yeah.
and you can kind of feel like you're hitting a body, except it's more stiff and not natural. Like you're hitting a corpse.
Oh, okay. And I can't see anybody except
Yes,
for like
you
a
can
flash.
only see the driver and yourself.
In real
Okay.
life, is she actually hitting me, or is she hitting?
In real life, she is just convulsing.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you mean in real life? I think of what her reality isn't.
No,
like,
Well, I mean,
In
I'm
Will's-
talking about
so
my-
reality is.
I'm talking about my
just
own real
realized.
life, true life. I've got
And do
demonic
we seem
possession.
like we're going to the hospital? Is there everything
You seem like you're
outside?
driving through a misty, foggy Chicago. Like it's much more foggier here than you remember when you drove down. Like it was just a typical evening.
I'm gonna crawl into the driver's seat and try to press on the brake.
Ooh, all right.
Damn.
Damn.
You need to make a power check. So it's basically power times 5.
Okay.
It's 35.
So we're sitting in the middle. Seat?
Wait,
We're gonna die.
my power is
My whole
3.5?
life.
Your power 7 times 5 is
okay.
35.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So basically, the way I have this envisioned right now is that you. So the way I have this in my mind is that
She was
Robbie is in
reaching
the
for a
back.
calculator. I thought it'd save you some time.
So basically, Robbie is in the back rear.
23.
The doctor is in the middle. The police officer's on his left.
Oh my.
In
goodness.
front is Miles, you and Gene, or Gene and Tony,
Oh.
and then the front driver's seat is Nick's character, and then the driver.
Okay. Damn.
I got a
Hale.
Hale, that's it.
Andrew Hale.
Yes.
Andrew.
23 under 35.
Oh, nice. The car is starting to slow down. And you can see like the driver going, "What the hell?" And it looks like he's like trying to like jigger with the.
Is something wrong with the
trying to get
engine?
Control.
Can't affect
I don't know. Something's wrong.
Okay, well, might as well stop the car.
So he hits the brake,
Mm-hmm.
stops the car. At this point, you all know this.
Is she still seizing?
Yes.
Okay.
But now, you guys are noticing that Miles is just looking at his phone. And doesn't seem to be reacting to any of the events that are going on, including the seizing that's going on.
Wow, he's doing a great job.
Such
Miles,
role
everything
play.
okay?
Miles, what's
What's
wrong?
going on?
He is deeply immersed in looking at his phone and not hearing any of you.
Who
I
is sitting
told
next to him?
I'm closer to him
delete
than
Reddit.
everybody
You're
else.
sitting right next
Yeah.
to him.
so-
Okay, so
yeah.
Tony is going to look over his shoulder at what he's looking at on the phone.
He's looking at some message board. And you can see like messages along with it. And you see that basically there's like that message that he said that he had gotten just recently that came from
The name was
something fish.
it was red.
Oh,
something.
River
Yeah,
Card.
Red River Card.
Card.
River Card.
Where it
River
says,
Card.
"What do you think you have?" was the last thing on the bottom.
Yes.
And then right after it is a string of like wingding characters.
Oh, good.
Oh, we got cursed.
Wait. Tony's looking at it, not Gene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know wingdings?
Tony, can you decipher wingdings?
Above, you can see that this message board clearly had a lot to do with spray. Like all the other lines in front of it are just random people making comments about spray, like where to get it, shipments of spray, is there spray here, and then it's like this line and this.
I try to-
So it's
So-
like a big forum.
so
It's not
Tony-
an
It looks like a
individual
forum
message.
about spray, like multiple people are talking.
So Tony's gonna like stop looking at the screen and kind of angle over to get a better look at like Miles's face.
It looks like he's entranced. Like his eyes are basically like unblinking, and he's staring at whatever's on the screen.
Fuck this shit. And then I sit back.
All right.
And then I just hold hands with Gene.
The band is now stopped in like
I
like
just relax.
an alley-like place that's like basically near. You're a couple blocks away from getting back to like mainline traffic.
Okay.
Does anyone have AAA? Should we call an ambulance?
I'm preoccupied with holding her down and making sure that she doesn't hurt herself.
We don't want police involvement.
Let's cancel this Uber ride and call an ambulance.
I don't think we're getting that 5-star rating. I don't think it's gonna happen this time around.
You can't
not
blame
his fault.
his
I mean-
car shut down, not us.
Tony-
and it's Dan's. It's Miles' super app. That's that the ride's on.
So they're having this discussion about an ambulance versus canceling.
Mhm.
Tony's going to take this opportunity and whisper over to Jane, and he's going to be like, "Sweetheart, don't let them take the eye. Tony, what are you talking about? Don't let them take the eye. If you go to the hospital, they're gonna cut it out." Baby, I don't care if they take it out. It's fine. No. If they take it out, then some bad shit could still happen. But if we get that statue back, I bet you they'll give you your eye back.
Ooh.
And Jean then just kind of lets this simmer, and they just go back to being quiet.
Interesting. All right. Okay, so now that Dan's here, so
Hello.
the last thing that happened was that you guys were in the van heading to the hospital to see what was going on. And what occurred was that you were looking at your phone, and you might remember the last message, River Carp sending you that message, what do you think you have? And then you see another message coming through.
It's a tweet.
Yes.
Apparently.
Because you're on the, it's
You're
a message
not
board.
saying anything.
Okay.
It's a message.
Yeah,
it's the
you're
message board
frozen.
about spray.
They're frozen.
But instead is a sequence of like characters. And you find yourself sitting in the van by yourself.
Oh.
It's just you and the Uber driver, and all the other members of the van have disappeared.
Shit.
And he's just driving along. Everything's fine. You're still on track. It's just that all the other people are gone.
Where were we headed?
The hospital.
Okay.
Because Black Eye Dude wants to like go get it checked out.
But now the car has stopped.
Yeah. You're in the middle row on the far right.
Right, so the car is still stopped for him.
No, for him. No, he's back in time when the car is
Oh
still
yeah,
moving.
we did a
Little flashback.
We did a
Little
rewind.
flashback.
He had been like in this longer
So-
than when you guys stopped at the end.
Can he see Robbie?
No,
Or is it- it's just
he's
him?
just
Okay.
him and the Uber driver.
Yo, driver, did we stop? Did I fall asleep?
Nobody stopped. The car is moving. The driver is also not hearing you. Like, he doesn't seem to be reacting to your words. And when you speak, you hear it. It sounds echoey, like you're calling out into an empty chamber. It's also really foggy out all of a sudden.
I do what Miles would do and turn to my phone.
It's another message from Rivercarp.
And okay.
It reads, "There is not much time. We need the boy now."
Shit, I don't have the boy. I'm not in control of this vehicle. Like, I can't do anything here.
Perhaps we should give you some incentive. And you are standing in the middle of a desert.
Uh-oh.
And in the middle of a giant sandstorm.
Back in time.
We feel that you may be motivated more by your own mortality. You have 12 hours.
I send back, I'll get you the boy.
You see Miles standing in a desert.
From like the window or from it's just
Like it's like
happening?
you're seeing it. Like you're sitting in the back of the van. It's now stopped for some reason. And in your mind's eye, that Miles is standing in a desert.
Oh my gosh.
And it looks like he's talking to someone, but there's no one else there.
What? And if I were to react, does it seem... Okay, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna be like, Miles, do you hear me? What's up?
No reaction.
No reaction. Okay.
It still has that foggy, calling out in an echoey realm sort of thing.
Okay.
By the way, as soon as you say agree, you're back in the van, and you see the screen in front of you has a very poorly green pixelated smiley face show up. In the van, Robbie stops convulsing and seems to have just fallen unconscious.
Okay.
Miles, you are now back in the van and all your friends are there, and it stopped for some reason.
All right. Well, I'm about to pull out the phone to call 911.
Yep.
Driver, do you think you can get the car running again? We got to get to the hospital. We got someone who just was seizing up. We got weird eye stuff.
Wait, did I?
No, it's fine. And he starts up the car and says, "Yeah, everything seems okay."
All right, come on, let's go. Let's go. We gotta. There's gonna
Wait,
be
what?
brain damage. There's gonna be something real bad.
What just
A seizure, it looked like.
Was I here?
It's something to do with the
Yeah, you were
entities.
here the whole time.
Was I awake?
You look a little bit out of it, kid.
You were on your phone. I mean, that's all I ever noticed about you. So
We should get to the hospital.
Strong sense that when Miles is in the desert, it was basically him about to be killed.
But I'm still asleep, or I still see the van.
You're unconscious right now,
Okay, so I don't see the van anymore. I'm like,
right?
okay.
But you definitely got this sense of impending death.
Okay.
All right, well, driver, please drive.
He is driving. He is
Sweet,
now
we gotta
back
get
on
to the
track.
hospital.
He is super excited. This is going to be his most money on an Uber ride in months.
Oh yeah,
It's not.
yeah, guys,
it's just
we
coming
are
out of somebody
splitting
else's
this,
bank
right?
account.
yeah.
No, it's coming out of Miles' super account.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Good.
All that drug money.
Was there? It wasn't like a. No, that,
You definitely feel like you spent enough time in front of computers to know how like sometimes you get caught up in what's going on and time passes and you know that's how it feels. Like you look up, the scenery has changed. It looks like people have been talking and doing things with, but you're like, oh, maybe I was just like on my computer, like trapped in my phone. But
God,
they
that was
definitely
weird.
looked like they thought that you were gone for a lot longer. Like they were looking at you like, what the deal?
all right.
But it's also hard to tell because it seems like there's been a commotion behind you and something's going on with Robbie. And it also seems like a lot of people are yelling at the Uber drivers for some unknown reason.
Well, I guess I'll just. Oh, I look at my phone again. How long has it been since I checked the time?
It looks like it's just been 10 minutes. However, because you were paying attention to your phone, something very interesting has happened. So you had set up all those like alerts about like spray and things like that.
Mhm.
And it seems like all that chatter has died down. In fact, it seems like there hasn't been any real significant chatter about spray at all since when you think Jean's house got shot up.
Well, that's an interesting pattern. I guess I relayed this to the group.
Was that earlier this day?
No, that was.
Or was that
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yes,
Okay.
last night.
Do they all remember me mentioning the statue? I'm forgetting actually. I'm forgetting whether or not it ever got brought up in conversation.
I don't know that you ever.
No, we definitely.
Yeah,
talked
you
about this.
did.
I did
Because
some research on
you
it.
communicated to them because somebody was told that they need to get this object. And that
Okay.
we already have the statue. We need
Okay.
the boy.
Right, we were talking to Peter's son, and he was like, "Give us the statue."
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you were
they're
like,
like,
what
what?
statue?
And
So-
then you were like, "That was the only thing missing. It could be
Okay.
that."
Give
The
me
reason why I
statue,
mentioned that is because, like, I don't know if he would put two and two together about, like, oh, the last time that stuff was going on was the time that they got the statue. So
You may not realize it, but because Miles has all of these trackers on his computer and they all have timestamps on them, it's fairly easy to put together the correlation.
yeah, and I'm not even looking at his stuff. He's looking at his stuff.
Yeah,
so
right.
I wouldn't even know to think about it. So
And then Robbie comes to,
Oh.
and she is also in this position like, oh, some time has passed. What happened? You also feel really sore.
Okay.
Like you've just been through a bad workout or someone's been like slapping you around or something.
I feel like I just got hit by.
Robbie, are you all right? You just had a seizure.
I just need a minute. I'm super sore. What happened?
Yeah. Does anyone have some water?
Nobody was in the van.
Ooh, there's bottled water in front with you.
Oh,
Grab some.
nice.
Okay, I'll hand some back to you.
Good Uber
Take
driver.
this. Try to relax.
Yeah,
We'll be at
keep
the
your feet
hospital soon.
elevated.
What? I don't want to go to the hospital.
You just had a seizure.
You
That could be
definitely need to
anything.
go to the
No,
hospital.
I don't need to go to the hospital.
I am a medical
I'm
professional.
fine.
You need to go to the
We
hospital.
were also already on the way to the hospital, so
I don't really.
Fuck.
it's not like it's a change of plans.
Anyone who does not want to be at the hospital needs to jump out of this
I
Uber
wanna
now.
be
hiding
hospitalized. I don't want to be.
No,
I need to be
I don't really want to go to the
hospitalized.
hospital either.
Too bad,
You're now in
everybody.
Rio traffic. You're going to the hospital unless you're
Going to the
yourself out of the
hospital.
van.
Look, even if it's
I want
just
to just go to the coffee shop.
James himself.
Street.
What's his name?
Joseph.
Joseph
Wait.
himself giving you an exam.
Miles, I saw you in a desert.
Okay.
Were
Wait,
you ever-
desert?
Good
Yeah.
stuff. Good stuff.
What?
Story
What
time.
kind of desert?
Were you having some sort of... Okay,
a desert.
listen.
Like,
I just saw...
an impending doom death desert.
How is it impending doom?
Everything's
I felt
impending
like
doom right
death.
now.
I just saw my possessed son. I'll believe this. Did you have a vision?
I can't see shit
Tell
out of
me
his
everything.
eye. I
If had
believe
a
whatever you
vision,
say.
Suddenly, the van was empty. The van was empty. There was no one there. I tried to slow down the vehicle. Like,
And
Why
you did slow down the vehicle.
wait, yeah, I know I did.
You think that was
I
her?
pressed the brake.
What else could it be?
Some
The
kind of
driver
psychic
wasn't
ability?
responding though for some reason.
Why do these entities keep messing
The
with
driver
us?
was
make any
still there
sense.
though, but you are all gone.
If they want us to
Okay.
accomplish the goals, they need to stop messing with us.
Okay, I got a pretty clear message. I also had a moment. It wasn't as dramatic as yours, but I was in a desert. There was a raging sandstorm. It was frankly terrifying, and a message appeared on my phone. Give us the boy if you want to live.
Did you see anybody else in the sandstorm?
No,
Did you see me?
no, I don't. Did I see anybody else?
Nope.
I mean, it was pretty sandy. It was a sandstorm.
We need to get to the hospital.
And so you agreed to give them the boy?
Well, I don't want him to kill me.
But you can't give him the boy. It's impossible.
Well, let's get
Well, so that's the
getting a little bit
problem.
awkward.
We gotta.
Yeah, okay.
We need to
We
get
have
to
the
the,
boy.
We have
you
to
don't know
defeat
where
them.
either
we need to get to the
is,
hospital.
though.
We need to get to the hospital and figure out what happened to your son's body.
Yes.
That will no doubt lead to some answers.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Plus, we need to be very prepared, though. We might run into the other group
I'm gonna wait outside.
looking for
Yes.
the body.
You just had a seizure.
didn't
There could be
just
something
have a-
wrong with your
there was nothing
head,
wrong.
your brain. It could be an aneurysm. That's the silent killer.
My body is just sore. My brain feels fine.
I feel like we should just insert the more you know PSAs into each episode.
Except it's tentacles instead of the rainbow.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well, I think it's also important to find his kid. I also think it's important to find this statue.
I think it's important we figure out what's happened to your eye.
Yeah.
I like how he just keeps diverting it. It's like, yeah, we should get the statue.
No,
It's like,
it's
what about this? It's like, oh, that's
Your
not
eye is as black as the darkness of outer space. It's not natural. I saw it myself. We need to have it fully examined.
I wasn't in the desert though, so compared to everybody else, I got it pretty good.
You have a physical representation of weirdness.
It could be a lot worse.
Gee,
What if it's poisoning you right now and you could die by the end of the day?
What if you don't
If it
want it
did-
looked at because that's what it wants you to think?
Wait, Dr. Novac, why would I have seen you in the desert?
Because of what happened to me in Afghanistan.
Have you already told me that story?
Yeah,
You told us all
we-
this.
Sorry, I wasn't paying too much attention. I was on my phone.
Yeah.
The Uber is slowing to a stop in front of the hospital.
All right, let's get inside. All right. Should we separate into groups? I am going to go into the
As
morgue.
you're leaving the van,
I like this idea.
No,
Robbie, Miles, Dr. Novak, and Jean should make spot hidden rolls.
we are not splitting the party.
Not us.
Not us.
We are staying together.
Spot here.
Not me either.
No,
I
me too.
pass with an
Okay. That's fine,
18.
That's
out
probably why,
of
because we're the only ones who are
65.
trained.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, did I miss something there?
We're making-
Okay.
Tony.
Wait, was I
passed
not
You
with
said Tony,
64
No, just-
under
he said
90.
Sheen.
He said
Jean?
Jean and Tony.
Robbie, Miles, Dr. Novak, and Jean.
Oh, Dr. Novak. Okay, Joseph. Okay.
Also not Tony.
Oh, come on. I fail a 72.
72
What was
out of
yours?
what?
That's after
65.
the
I,
64 under 90.
Pass with a 26?
All right, so those of you who passed, as you're leaving the van, you notice that Robbie and Miles have been sitting in a patch of sand at their feet.
Doesn't matter.
What?
Get him to the
All right,
hospital.
we just gotta go.
The
Wait,
three of
there's
you who
sand in the van
yeah, at
where
your
we've
feet.
been sitting.
Yeah.
Actually,
Fuck,
can
I
I?
hope
I'm
we
gonna
don't
take
get
some
billed
of
for
the sand
that.
and put it in my pocket.
Nice.
Yes, I would like to do the same, actually.
Pocket sand.
Do they tell you?
Yeah.
Did you tell the person who did not see the sand
Oh,
that
that's
there was
right.
sand?
Do you guys let me know there's sand?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, why is there a
Gene,
bunch of
that's
sand in
Tony's
your
scene.
vehicle, driver?
Okay,
Like,
I
what's
grab
up?
And
I go, and I grab some of the sand.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Yo,
three of
there's
you who
some
did
sand
make your
here.
notice checks, you should make sanity checks.
Oh, okay.
oh wait,
I missed
uh,
it.
shit.
That's a 0-2 on your like
41.
60
That's a lot of sand you need to get rid of.
I know.
I
I'm
failed.
I
39.
pass.
You passed?
43 out of
Amber is less than you.
Oh, you all just lose 1 point of sanity.
Okay.
Oh,
That's Can I borrow
Every
a
point
pencil?
counts.
You sure can.
I need to.
What if I like roll my face in the sand? Will I lose sanity?
Lose all the
You lose
sanity.
You have to go back
Sanity.
there for your front seat to press your face to the ground. It is not great down here.
We're at a hospital. You could just get a
Like-
lobotomy.
Rub your
That doesn't make you insane.
No,
That just
that
makes you
doesn't
into a
work
vegetable.
anymore. That's
It
not.
doesn't?
They don't do
They don't do
those
those?
unless it's an actual emergency.
Yeah, maybe
They're
listen to the
terrible
nurse
ideas.
about this. He seems to be the expert.
Oh my goodness.
Doctor, please injure me.
Doctor, give me the news.
Give me the juice.
Give me the
This is gonna be
lobotomy.
one of these like weird like
Got some
Halloween
sand in my
themed
pocket.
thriller musicals. It like goes for horror to just like entertainment.
This is our Halloween episode. Technically.
It's not. It's
No.
definitely not.
Can I put
It's
my
absolutely.
We're gonna
sand in
wait
my
one.
purse
You
instead
can.
of okay.
Oh, never mind.
The thing about purses is that even when you're not putting sand
Not
in your
gonna
purses,
take the
every time you
episode.
clean your
Why
purse,
would
there's
I?
sand down
Some
there.
sand it.
Like,
Perfect.
where does it come from?
Just need some more.
Everyone I know who's ever owned a
It's
purse is like, how did the sand get in there?
I mean, I'm just thoroughly convinced that they just teleported and like whatever. I
But we were,
don't even
our
care.
Yeah, like,
physical
that's
bodies
normal
were
now.
Still
yeah,
there.
I'm just yeah.
So we
It's-
mentally
It makes
teleported.
sense.
As
Look,
soon
you
as
live outside of time.
all get out of the van, that Uber driver cannot get away fast enough. It's like as soon as the last one is like it just spews
Tires
away.
screech.
Well, somebody's not getting a tip.
No, I'll give him a real big one. That was a weird ride.
But give him 4 stars.
No, okay.
4 stars may as well be enough.
That-
in
I
this
That's
know.
game.
that's such a passive aggressive.
Hey,
I know,
But you don't want
So
him
Kyle,
talking, so just
it's the
give him
worst.
5 stars
Kyle,
and
you
no
got one on?
reaction.
No, we don't want him talking.
Okay.
Big tip. 5 stars.
My son's body was in the morgue just, was it earlier today? Or was it yesterday?
It was earlier today.
Earlier today.
I feel like we've been to this morgue
So-
like a million times.
I know, right?
We're
But
gonna
this
go.
time,
We're gonna go back.
This time I have a reason to be down there.
Okay.
I'm
we can get in.
Have
Oh,
where they're
come-
taking the body
yeah,
ready?
I'll go with
Do you
you.
know which funeral home he's being transferred to?
Let me...
It would just be so and so.
give me a second. And I go up, pull up my phone, and I just go funeral service, Google Maps, crematorium near me.
Wait, were you arranged to
watch
have your
list.
child cremated?
It's what he would have wanted.
No, well, I'm asking.
Oh.
Like, is that something that your character would like? My son's either cremated or buried.
Well, yeah, because I'd want to throw his ashes over the remains of spray.
You're
after
so
I've
weird.
eradicated
You were so
it
weird.
from the
Oh,
city.
oh God, you were so weird.
You would want to like foraged into your.
This is in your
blood or
honor.
something.
In your honor,
Or like throw it off like some tall building or like a beach or something.
A bluff?
Like that.
you
Yeah.
you throw it off a building onto
Rubbing
like the
Yeah.
sidewalk where people are walking.
Yeah, which is totally not allowed.
You can find a mortuary in Wrigleyville.
Okay.
Capellini and Sons.
Excellent. I do a quick call and say, my son is dead.
Oh God.
My poor boy.
Please leave a message at the beach. Our regular operating hours are
Oh.
9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
No, just leave that
If this
message.
is a family emergency, or if you need to,
Wait, didn't you already have the
what
nurse
time is
contact
it?
the?
it's like early 7
Oh,
p.m.
did I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
I think I had the nurses deal with it.
Because they definitely offered.
I don't remember.
They offered to like make some arrangements for you, but like the body was still in the morgue and they were
We can
anxious
just
to get rid of
We can
it.
just take the body.
You can say.
Just
who
deal
you
with
want.
it later.
Wait, didn't we meet the body last time?
This seems so
Yeah, you have to
irresponsible.
identify the
for you to
body.
not
I don't know how to deal with dead bodies. I don't want to deal with.
Unfortunately.
Let's just get into the morgue and see what's going on.
All right.
That sounds like
I
a
just
good
need to
idea.
see-
So it's just past 7 p.m. By the way, Miles, you realize that 12 hours from when you had your message was roughly sunrise.
Wait,
What?
what? How many hours does he have left?
12 hours. Is it 12 hours?
Oh.
From
we
sunrise?
take you.
Okay, I've got until sunrise. That's
No, that's 24 hours.
No,
no,
it's
'cause
7
nighttime
p.m.
right
now.
7 p.m. to 7 a.m. is 12 hours.
The next sunrise.
Oh, you're saying it's 12 hours from now is sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yeah.
I thought you said the message arrived at sunrise.
No.
Okay.
No. He has until sunrise before the guys go, all right, I guess the incentive to kill you if you don't get the boy.
like a vampire. He'll be
Okay.
dead by sunlight.
Sure.
Yeah, the Dark Outer Gods don't mess with those you have 24 hours crap. It's like they're in a hurry. They can't just be on this plane all the
12
time.
or
They're strictly on double time.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the morgue.
It's a little uncomfortable.
I'll need to see my son one more time. or at least have them come up with a reason why it's
When you
missing.
all enter the
Yeah, you
hospital,
won't be there, but
the first
if they
thing
let us
is
in,
that
Figure out what happened.
the police person who's in the reception area looks up, kind of glances at all of you, pauses a little bit looking at Dr. Novac and then Lucille, and then they're like, you can see this kind of like look of resignation, like, oh, it's those guys again.
We're back.
It's like this past week, every time you guys
We've
have
never
shown
been
up,
here.
something horrible has happened.
I know what you're talking about. We've never been here.
All right. Well, I go up to the front desk and I say, "Excuse me, my son passed away earlier today. I believe he is in the morgue. I need to see him one more time. My name is Kyle Cordivall. My son is John Cordivall.
His name is John.
I care about him deeply.
I haven't. I didn't even memorize my character's name.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know your ex-wife's name.
Will's got 2 characters. He keeps them both
What's my
straight.
ex-wife's name?
Alexa.
Damn
yeah.
it.
Didn't you?
She lives in Vermont.
Yes, that I remember a lot. Well,
Do you have some ID, sir?
yeah, of course. I pull out an ID and hand it to her.
Huh.
Is there a problem?
You're not Kyle.
Weren't you here just a few hours ago? You signed away the body already.
Did I?
You did because you went to the
You
hospital.
You were just here.
You were done. You were like, I wiped my hands with this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My mind is so frazzled from all the grief. Can you pull up the paperwork from that? I must have totally blanked that out. You know, because how traumatic my son being dead and all is.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, really milking this for all it's worth, aren't you?
My son is dead.
We can go back to that
My
popcorn place, and you can be like, "My son's dead.
My son's dead.
Can I have a free bag?"
No, just
Persuade
put,
me.
God.
put the hand out. My son died today.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Please.
I cannot.
I'm like so hungry because my son
boy.
died and I'm traumatized and stuff.
Oh, sweet caramel corn. My boy would have loved this.
It was his favorite.
In your memory,
I'm gonna throw
John.
So there is a coffee shop in the hospital, right?
Yes.
I'm going to grab some coffee.
There's a little coffee clutch here. You can just go up and.
I would like.
Yeah.
So I'll go up to Robbie. I was like, "We need to get you examined. You've just had a serious seizure."
I drink some coffee. And I go, I just feel sore physically, right?
Are you buying just a drip coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's easy. Then they can-
Yeah.
I thought this conversation was happening while they're making your espresso drink.
Espresso.
It's like, wait a minute, you're a
Cinematic.
patient? It's like the crazy person trying to escape. Like,
Do you have insurance?
Yes, I work. Of course, I have
she
insurance.
works for the state.
Yeah,
She's got great insurance.
bomb insurance.
I'd like to get you an MRI as soon as possible.
We don't have time.
You're
It doesn't
such-
sound like we have
such a
time for that.
buzzkill.
I'm just like, I don't
We always have
do
time
that.
for health.
Oh God.
It'll actually be a couple hours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You have to get the text in there and
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
off and all that sort of thing.
Health doesn't have time for you.
Yeah.
So, they go, yeah, it turns out the body was taken by a local mortuary. You signed the paper.
Which
I did, but I don't remember.
We understand. Would you like to talk to someone? We understand that under the circumstances, you might still be in shock, sir. We do have experts. Would you like to see a priest, perhaps, or a person of faith, or a psychologist?
I'd love to see one of those if they provide me the place in which my son's body was sent to. Because I
But
don't know where that is, and I'm at
The
the, one
chaplain
spot.
won't have that information
Then why are you telling me if I want to see the chaplain?
because you seem to be having blackouts, sir. It's like it's a common symptom of extreme grief.
Would I know where they would take the bodies next?
It's right
Or
there.
does
They'll
it
tell
depend?
you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
You're
just,
the
you
father,
can just
you're
like look at
I'm
them.
asking. What's the mortuary?
Yeah, it's Peaceful River. It's just
Peaceful
down in
River?
Chinatown.
Peaceful River.
Down in Chinatown.
Peaceful River Carp.
River carp. They fed his body to the carp.
Can you give me the number of a psychologist? I'll give him a call in the
Oh, by
morning.
all means. They immediately like type up and they get like a psychologist to they give you a number, a referral.
Thank you very much. I'll give him a call. I turn around to the door. Remembering that everyone's there, I look over to you all and says, "We're going to Chinatown."
How far is Chinatown from?
Is that what Peaceful River is?
It's where Peaceful River is. It's not going to be peaceful when I get
Peaceful
there.
River?
Peaceful Rivers.
Peaceful Rivers.
Chinatown is 3 miles south of here.
Let's go.
It's a little weird that you're
So
suddenly
we gonna-
announcing that you're going to Chinatown without explanation.
Are we gonna get your eye looked at?
Yes.
Are you waiting for an MRI?
No.
Oh.
Are you ordering her an MRI right now?
I will. I was going to, but as soon as I heard that Kyle has another lead, I'm going to hold off on that for now. However, there's got to be. What could they do?
You're all just milling around.
There's nothing they can figure.
No,
out.
you can't-
We're going to Chinatown. We're
you-
going to
you
Chinatown.
can't
Okay,
hold
I'm just
me.
gonna be like, once all of these
Yeah,
shenanigans
yeah.
are over, I will go to the doctor.
Listen, here's what's up. So, the evil entity gave the eye. So, doing surgery on the eye is not going to do any good. It's just going to get rid of the eye.
We're not going to take the eye out. We just want to understand it.
You say that. But
We can't
if we
remove
follow,
your eye without your consent.
Well, you don't have my consent. We're going to Chinatown.
I'm pretty sure you can
Obviously.
if you're sure it's an imminent threat.
Well, okay.
Are we gonna call another lift? Oh no, we're just.
We're gonna go to
there.
Chinatown.
Well, it's 3 miles, so let's call.
We never
it
should
a
have come to the
lift.
hospital. in the
No,
first place.
Just
let's
Hale
can we
attacks. Yeah.
let's take the bus.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
We get through some more or less expedient method.
Well,
Tony and Gene are not
like
used
a-
to public
It's like
transport.
a 5-minute drive. It's going
You
to be
guys
a
are
20-minute
wealthy.
bus.
You could probably like.
I just don't want to get stuck in a
call
lift again.
I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't
We
get
can
us
just
stuck in a
call
bus.
limo.
We can just grab a
Should we
cab.
call a limo?
Isn't it? It's
Oh, yeah.
There's cabs right there, aren't there?
Yeah,
But
Yes!
there's a lot
this
of
is a
them.
big
lot of
city.
us.
There are
That's
actual
right.
cabs.
In a cab.
Yeah, okay.
We're not going to all fit in one cab.
All right, so we get 2 taxis. It's fine.
We need 2
All right,
taxis.
2 taxis.
I'll go
Oh,
with
there's
Robbie,
cabs
Gene, and
there.
Tony because they are my medical. Well, how many seats are there? Because Louisa has to go with you
Louisa
too.
has to go with Gene.
Okay, so
Yes, there's
Gene,
a-
Tony, and Louisa are probably going to be in one cab.
Oh, yeah.
There can be
themselves.
4 of you in a given tab.
I'll tell you
3 in the
what.
back and 1 in the front.
I
Okay.
have gotten into a cab already at this point, and I'm sitting there.
She's
I'll get
already
into
sitting
I'll
there.
get into Robbie's cab.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like we've spent a lot of time thinking about who's in what cab.
I
We
want
get
to
in
point
cabs
out-
and we go.
I know.
Okay, so first of all,
I don't know. James could be like, your cab blows up, and then we don't know who's in which cab.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm in Kyle's cab.
okay, so
Okay.
Paul. First of all, so you walk away from the desk
Yes.
after they've given you the number
Yep.
of Dr. Francoise, so you can call her in case you need a consult or something like that. You're from Dr. Francoise is one of those like doctors.
Okay.
From
Is he good?
her husband.
Or she good? She
she's,
good?
She's good.
Okay.
And she's no
James, your bias is showing.
nationally renowned expert or anything like that. But she's decent. All right. And then suddenly it's like, oh, remember our son that we saw over there? He's actually over in this morgue. And so the guys all decide to like jump in the cabs. And so Robbie's in the cab. There's going to be 3 of you in there with her. You're one of them. Who are the other 2?
Well, okay. So
I guess I'll be in there.
Okay.
I was told that I'm with Gene and Tony.
Gene, Tony, Louisa, Kyle.
Okay, then
All right,
so
clearly
Hale.
it has to be Hale in this cab. All right,
Sure.
So the 3 of you are in the back.
So it sucks.
Robbie's already in the front because she just couldn't stand it, so she just got in there.
NPCs.
And you guys are heading off to Chinatown.
That didn't sound promising.
No, I just keep forgetting people's names. Kyle Cordivall, that's it.
Yes.
All right. So, are you in the front seat?
Yes.
He would have to be.
because
This is why we.
Yeah, because I have the guitar case. It's on my lap.
Oh, that's right.
Takes up a lot of room.
Oh my god.
The driver is insisting that the guitar case go in the trunk. Pretty much because there's actually no room up here.
I'll give you an
How
extra
about-
$20 if it stays in the front.
Come on.
There's no way you.
All right, so like there's some
understand why you
weird
would
jiggering around to
care.
try to move the seat back and then like stuff it between your legs and you kind of awkwardly have it between your legs and you're like man spread as much as you can. So you can like, keep it
Guitar
down.
case isn't that big.
It's my snack.
Okay.
And
Having a seizure takes out a lot of
Just the
takes
sounds,
out
just
a
like.
It's like- all right, so you're driving along, and as you're driving along towards Chinatown, it's not. Yeah, you're pretty sure. You see your son waiting for the bus at one of the bus stops as the cab drives by.
lot. Stop the car!
Like he's just like
God
looks at you, and then
damn
like
it.
the cab is like, and you're like, what?
Maybe-
Stop the car!
His whole thing is like, well, I don't know if you think we're in a movie or something like that, but that stuff doesn't happen in real life. You don't just don't like slam on the brakes in the middle of traffic.
Baby, I think maybe we got in the wrong cab. What are you looking at?
I thought I saw my son.
Oh, God. Point to where you thought you saw your son. Show me where it's... Points. Go points.
I was back there.
I looked to where he
When you
points.
point, you see him at the next bus kiosk.
I see him,
No, he doesn't.
but I'm looking where he pointed.
You don't see anything.
But I see him at the
He's-
next bus kiosk?
Yeah, like when you turn to point at the last bus kiosk, you see him waiting for a bus at the next.
He's over there!
Reminding you.
Dude,
He's at the bus!
he's not there.
Look!
Terrible dead son reminder.
He's not there.
He's right there. He's right there, though.
Okay. He's not there.
I thought he was there.
Don't interrupt the car.
Every
the
few
cab.
blocks, he's there. Like he's just looking at you, and he's looking.
I'm just gonna close my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Tears are gonna roll down the side, and
You-
just tell me when the ride's over.
I need you to stay strong right now. I need you to stay strong because we're on mission.
I'll be strong. Just tell me when the ride's over.
You're
I
gonna
just
see a
can't-
lot of weird, fucked up shit, and
I
just
just
pretend
can't-
like it's not real until it gets real.
I just can't see
And then
his
when it's
face.
real, you need to be ready.
I'll,
So,
I
But
open,
when it's not
I
real.
open my eyes. I lean over. Well, awkwardly lean over because we got the guitar case.
oh god.
I'll be ready.
Well, good. Yeah.
I go back awkwardly, adjust,
You can take his feelings and words.
and then I just close my eyes and just say, "Just tell me when we're there."
All right, so
You close your eyes. You see nothing but him.
yeah, it's just
Tried only
John.
looking through your
John
eyes.
Henry.
Yeah.
non-stop images. Like
I'm basically just blind on the
Cookie.
eye.
all right, so it doesn't take too long to get down to Chinatown. It is exciting because Chinatown is always hopping in the evening. There's like late night diners and stuff like that. A lot of people hanging out. It is like an evening, and people are like just having a good time. And you drive to, you know how Chinatown always has like those couple of areas that are very, very hopping, and then like you walk 2 blocks away and it's like some weird place where the food fishery areas are, and like everything's dead and gross.
It's like Ballard.
Yeah, and so you walk. So you walk a couple blocks from where like the cool bars and like restaurants are open and stuff like that, and the cab drops you off at the address, and it's a funeral home, and it's closed.
Pound on the door.
Look at the hours on the. I look at the
Is
hours.
there,
They closed at 4:30.
Kyle, you're gonna
8
wake the
o'clock.
is
dead.
there a way to look through a window?
Yes, it's glass.
At this point, I might want
The
that.
whole front is glass.
Yes, you can see like really beautiful coffins, big wreaths of flowers, of like these like silk banners hanging from them. Tons of Chinese characters are written on there. There's like 2 rows of seating. It's almost like a church, except it's like got all these Asian funereal things that are like semi-familiar, like wreaths, white, like.
And the front
logo.
door is locked. Like you
Yes.
Why'd you send your son
Is there a
here?
way
Isn't
to
this
walk around
cultural
back?
appropriation?
Is there a way to walk around the back?
Anyway,
You can go
I
to the
didn't
alley,
send it
like,
anywhere. I
go-
didn't send him anywhere. I think
He
I
just signed
signed
paperwork.
Anyway, I kneel down and get to work on the lock.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is Louisa watching all
Nice.
this?
That's a failure with the 96.
All right. It's
96.
You failed to pick a lock in front
you
of 3
feel
cops.
like you feel like it's not a really you feel like it's not a super complicated lock, but it's kind of dark and chilly out here, and you're like, oh, maybe it's just a little bit outward, and it's a bunch of white people standing around in Chinatown in front of a closed funeral home.
I propose we check
I
the
just
back.
Part
can't-
of it is you think it's like you were a little nervous because like every once in a while somebody would be walking by. Luckily, this Chinatown where people are kind of a little bit not interfering with other things. Like they'll see as like, oh, it looks
Right.
like some.
No,
random
we're gonna go
sketchiness.
around the
I'm,
side and break in.
Okay,
I'm
so-
gauging Louisa's reaction to this.
Okay. Before we do that,
Mhm.
I have
Okay.
an idea.
But following along,
Mhm.
completely disengaged.
Chinatown. Okay, check. Let's
She's
check. Check the website. See what the name. Oh, fuck, my
She's
character
gonna write
doesn't
up her
know this stuff.
report.
Never mind.
Look, we
Or
have every
sure
reason to
is.
believe that this funeral home is a front.
So is Hale like walking into the alley?
I guess that's
Yeah.
actually true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you all
So
follow him,
This is.
I don't know
a
if any of you
tactical
have ever had the misfortune of being in an alley in
mission.
Chinatown. This is exactly that. It is gross. Apparently, Streets and Sand really ignores this part of town. The garbage is picked up, but it is the smell of everything. Like,
Does it smell like a urine?
there is, except it's not the magical urine
I was
that
just
you're
like,
looking for.
It smells.
This is
Not
like
the elder
gross. Like this is like,
Elder
oh,
urine,
you know,
yeah.
we just had a whole day of Chinese restaurant droppings. Let's just dump it into this thing.
Rotten cheese.
Floor is wet and gross. Like there's just. It's the kind of gross alley that homeless people don't hang out in because it's too gross for them.
Oh.
So, is there a back entrance to this funeral home?
Yes, it's in fact there's a row of back entrances to all the things. They're just like those classic solid painted red doors that like are metal and have like a typical lock on them.
All right.
Is the back door locked?
It's locked. Is
It
it locked?
is locked.
Okay. I'm gonna. I can't
Break it down.
lockpick it. Am I
Blast it
am
with
I
the cold
strength is-
darkness of the infinite universe.
I mean,
Crap,
I guess I could try again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
try
a
again.
different
Right.
door.
I give it. Is that alright?
Blast it
Jimmy?
with the cold darkness of the universe.
Can Miles just take 10? Like, is that a thing?
That's not a thing in this game
All
system.
right.
Okay. Well, there's a 24 under 80, so
Yeah, it turns out now that you're in a grotesque alley where no one is watching
Oh,
you,
perfect.
it's so much
Oh.
easier. It's like,
In your element.
no.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna take point.
all right. So it's pitch black
Flashlight
in
and
here.
the
You are in a.
pistol.
Oh, okay. You show them, and you're in a back room, and this is very clearly a prep area, and it is a. It looks like a mini morgue. Like there's 2 storage areas here that clearly look like they could store a body. So they're like those little refrigerated units, and there's a table laid out, and there's a coffin that is sitting on the side.
How big is
And
the
it's
coffin?
closed.
It's closed.
Is it locked?
The coffin?
Are you gonna open it
The
up?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the coffin.
Okay. There's a Chinese body in there. It's an old Chinese man.
I'm gonna close the coffin.
Whoops.
Are we just gonna? I mean, there has other.
I'm wearing
labels?
gloves, by the way.
Are these
Okay.
other
I'm gonna go
labels?
look at where the
Clubs.
paperwork
Good idea.
Yeah,
is
duh.
stored. Is there like a computer or like a...
Not in this room.
Not in this room. Okay.
There is a door on the other side, however.
Okay. Through
All
the
right.
door.
Is the door locked?
No.
All right. I'm gonna open it.
You are now in an office that is very nicely appointed. It's got a wooden table. It's very clear that this is where people are received, where there's a couch and there's soft cushions. There's like Chinese scrolls with what you none of you read Chinese, right? Like there's sayings that you suspect are comforting or what have you. There's statuary, like there's a Buddha or what you think is a Buddha, the little fat guy is like sitting there, and there's like these taller statues that some of you might recognize as Guan Yin, and
Is there a
None of
computer?
this
Yeah.
Is there a computer?
there is a computer.
I help myself to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Miles, see if you can find out whether they received the body.
Already on it.
So, do any of the statues seem kind of out of place?
No, they all
They all look like they belong
Asiatic.
there.
Like,
Okay.
Yeah, there's like maybe half a dozen of them. To
Not
various
like
Is there like a
Aztec
dwelling
statue.
upstairs?
Maybe. It is a 2-story, so there could be people living upstairs, but there have been no way that you can see from here of how to get up there.
Okay.
Is
Okay,
there-
so it would be like an outside entrance.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there another door in this office?
That leads out to the front.
And that's it?
To like the front of the office?
To the
Or-
front of the building
Store.
that you looked in.
The first door we tried to
Yeah.
pick.
Oh, okay.
It's just
So
That's
a
where we
front
shouldn't
office
go
and a
through
back
because
morgue.
there's big windows.
Okay. Oh, that's the big room with the big windows?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no sign of a struggle, no...
No, it looks like nothing horrible has happened at all.
Yeah.
In
no
fact, your
broken
computer
anything.
shows that this is what you expect to see in a funeral home. It's just logs of like bodies being checked in, bodies being checked out, payments.
Well,
when there's
yeah,
a
so-
calendar of when the funerals
Yeah,
are
so I
happening.
do-
Who paid and did
I do
they...
a quick search for John Cordivall.
So one thing that you're having a little bit of issue is that you realize that almost all the records are in Chinese characters. Like you can tell from the keyboard that it's one of those keyboards that Chinese people use to type Chinese characters. You can see romanization under all the English letters.
Well, okay, so I should-
Louisa, do you know Chinese?
What?
Do you know Chinese?
No.
Do you know Mandarin?
No.
Or
No.
Cantonese.
One of the other
Google
Chinese-
translated it.
Yeah,
Google
I mean, I guess
Translate.
I pull up.
It's
Google
like
Translate.
it's like a super English name.
Jeez.
So,
Yeah,
Would
but
they have
also it
Chinese
would be
characters
like it
for-
would be written down in English or in Latin characters, right? So
What?
John-
the name would be written down like even in their databases in Latin characters, right?
No, they're
John
Chinese
Cordivall?
characters.
They
Yeah,
made
so-
John
so-
Cordivall Chinese
like, put it into-
somehow?
Okay.
So first of all, the
equivalent.
so none of you have
Chinese
actually seen
what?
Chinese computers. They're actually just like American computers, except they have romanization under all the letters.
Yeah.
And they're usually using a European keyboard.
Yeah.
And what happens is that you type romanization based
Yeah,
on
the
having
phonetic, yeah.
yeah, and then it populates a character
Yep.
on the
Right.
screen. So
Yeah, so
all the
it's-
text is actually in Chinese characters.
No, but that's not how they do it for like an English name.
Well,
Yeah, but
this
there
is,
wouldn't be a-
This is how this
No, but
company's
that's the
doing
thing.
it.
There
though.
is no English names. They're all
Okay.
Chinese names.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
suspicious
I don't
first off.
see any
Yeah.
English names on here. This is all Chinese folks.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. No, I mean I minored in Japanese. Like I know
Yeah.
how this stuff works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do not find a Peter Cordivall in the
John.
John Cordivall in the database.
Okay. I mean,
In
I
fact,
guess
there seems to be no record of a body having been received today at all.
Huh.
That man in the back came in yesterday.
Well, I mean, admittedly,
They
if
got
they wanted
nothing.
to keep it a secret, why would they record it?
Well, I guess that's true. But
And who-
well, this is weird.
So now we need to figure out who took it to
So
this. Who would claim to have
that-
taken it to this location? Told the hospital that.
Right.
See if we can track them down.
Okay. So
And figure out what happened.
there's
to
a,
them, who
there's
they
a
work
couple
for.
weird things. When we saw my son at the weird thing earlier tonight, we have to assume, was that actually my son's body or an apparition taking the image of my son? It was
Well, we're
he
we're
felt
basically
really real when you
Yeah.
held him in your
Would be
arms.
here.
Okay, so that was.
we're looking for the body based on the hunch that it was an apparition of some sort.
I mean, we must be right because
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're looking. Other than that, we're looking for some sort of evidence as to what may have happened to it, where it went.
I actually think we're on the wrong track here. I think our best next move is to get the artifact that was in Jean's
Okay.
house.
Where
Wait,
have any lead
did
whatsoever.
Rivercarp say he already had that?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
No.
he did claim he already had it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
and
have the object.
It
What
was-
did they
the-
want?
It
the
was-
body, the boy.
the boy.
Well, so give them more on the right track. We need to find the boy and give them.
Right.
So wait a
Or do
second.
we need
The
to
boy
find
or whoever's got the
statue
boy
of-
wants the artifact. Whoever's got the artifact
Wants
wants
the
the boy.
Are there three
Can we
entities?
just kidnap both of them?
No.
3 entities. Who
No,
could be a
they're
third?
just the two.
The Taiwanese
No.
was working for one of the entities.
Yeah,
Wait, can
The
we
Chinese.
set up like an old
I thought they-
switcheroo?
we don't know.
Like tell them to meet each other somewhere,
I get the
and then they
Asian
just kill each
couple.
other,
Well,
and
no.
then we walk away.
We don't know enough.
No.
about
Well, that
either
doesn't.
of them to do that. I don't
Free eye
feel.
for everybody.
No, the idea is.
We don't know anything about River.
Okay.
Yeah, we can barely
Plenty
keep
of
distinct
leads
which entity is
on-
which
So
at this point.
I want to get the artifact.
I also want to get the artifact.
But Rivercarp has it, so unless we can find
So
We
him,
have to
work
find
with our own
Rivercarp. How would we
objectives.
find?
You want to get the artifact to exchange for the boy.
you.
Because you'd rather have your son's body than the statue in
Yeah.
the end. That
Yes.
makes sense.
So we're pretty sure he doesn't have the kid yet, though, because otherwise he would have messaged.
Yeah,
you.
Rivercarp doesn't have the kid. The other one has the kid.
But we don't know where either of them are. And we're outgunned
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
on a major level, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, we can't compete with teleportation. They just teleport us to the bottom of the ocean.
Right.
Exactly.
You don't know that.
Very Cthulhu.
You don't know that the ones with the artifact are the ones that teleport us, though.
So
It could be
the
the
bag
other way
lady is the
around.
one that teleports
No,
us. The
'cause-
one in charge of the Asian mobsters or whatever they are.
Wait, so Rivercarp just teleported
He's
me,
Rivercarp.
right? He teleported me into the desert and was like, "Give us the boy if you want to live." Basically.
Well, he
We
didn't
saw
teleport
you
because
there
we
the
never,
whole time.
Yeah.
oh, so you
We
gave me a
never
vision.
physically teleported.
But the sand.
The sand showed up, sure.
Okay, yeah, that
But
guess
it was
that doesn't mean
the
anything.
bag lady
maybe
that
their
brought us all together
powers
in the first place.
Maybe their
via
powers are still
teleportation.
growing, so they couldn't bring you fully there. Only your mental state, and the sand slipped through as a side effect.
Is there a way
Maybe.
to tell where the sand came from?
That's why I grabbed a handful of it.
You both have some sand.
Sand.
If only you had like a fake science CSI lab.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Only-
it would
Yeah,
take
because
forever.
even in like
I can-
a modern real equipped sand, they'd be like, "This is its gradation."
I-
They-
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like
It could
every
be
time he
from-
finds us, like this sand is only from a 2-block radius within this area. It's like what?
Hey,
that would be like
Louisa,
an absurd coincidence where there's a
Can I
specific
leave?
chemical
Yeah.
or
Hey, Louisa, do you know anything about
Element.
sand?
You're gonna make her make sanity checks if you keep asking her questions. Like,
I don't
do you
care.
speak Chinese?
I'm just
do you
like-
know anything about sand?
I gotta find something that she's good for.
So can you look into the darkness of the universe?
yeah. Look at my eye real quick.
If we do want to investigate the
I gotta find
sand,
what
I
she's
say
good
in my
at.
works lab.
No,
I
it's
don't-
gonna take forever.
Yeah, that's not a realistic.
It's not a real thing. Yeah.
I only grabbed it so I could throw it in somebody's face later.
I mean, not that my hacking skills are realistic, but
Right. Yeah.
Is there like a
but-
safe or
Middle
anything?
Eastern
Whoa.
desert
He's
sand,
questioning
huh?
everything
Is there
now.
safe or anything in this room? Like safe?
Ooh.
Well,
are
that's
you looking around with
Yeah.
your policey skills?
With my policey.
Why don't you make a
Policey
spot hidden roll?
Okay, I can do. That is a pass with a 24 under 90.
whoa.
You are suspicious of. So, some of you may be familiar with how like tons of Chinese businesses, things have a little shrine where there's like two candles and a little statue of Guan Gong, who is the Chinese god of commerce and thieves. And so, yeah, he's the same deity for both groups. That there's commerce, thieves, and the police.
What?
Yeah, they all worship the same.
Like everybody here.
Yeah, Guan Gong. He's literally the guardian of the gates of hell, and so he serves as their god.
Okay.
And you are a little
I think we found
suspicious
our
about the
evil
placement. And so there's candles, and it's got the Guan Gong, and the three little tangerines are always there, and then there's like all these like incense droppings on the side.
It's Buddhist? Is that Buddhist?
So Chinese animist
Dao.
religion is a combination of Buddhism, Taoism, and Chinese animism. And when
I know
Buddhism became a part of Chinese religion, they just incorporated it into their own thing and made a statue. That's why when the first Christian missionaries show up, they're going, "Oh, Jesus, we love this guy." And they say, "Wow, the Chinese are so open to Christ," and they just put a statue up on the shelf.
Oh, I was just asking if the orange thing is exclusive to the Buddhism.
No, it's
Okay.
part of Chinese traditional
Okay.
animism that's been incorporated into our whole religious. Chinese religion is like a thing as opposed to like one religion. Sure, we have Buddhist monks and we have Taoist priests and stuff like that, but individual Chinese people are generally like, "Oh, we're Chinese religion." Like I go to church. I'm a devout Christian, but once a year I leave a chicken at the funeral.
So I noticed
Just what
there's
we do.
something not right with the statue itself.
Yes,
or
you
the
think like,
treatment?
well, because basically you know that they would light these incense and they just sit there, and most Chinese families don't take it seriously. They'll light the incense and they go, and so there's piles of like incense ash there. But you notice that this one looks like it's moved often enough that it's not the way it should be. Like it looks like they actually access the space and use it for something, or someone bothers to clean it up or something.
Okay.
Do you point this out?
Yeah. Hey, come look at this. The statue seems to be placed oddly.
A pile of you now gather around and look.
Yeah.
So I'll reach forward and I'll move the statue slightly, or try to turn it or rotate it.
So the statue is just a statue that sits in front,
Okay.
but the whole setup is basically like it's like a little diorama type thing.
Okay.
And if you slide it off to the side, there is actually a safe hidden behind it.
Ah.
Allow me. I get out, or Kyle, can I borrow, or Dr. Novac, can I borrow your stethoscope? That you clearly have on you.
Yes.
But you know what blasts through with the dark code of the universe?
No.
Yo.
Tony and Jean have made it very like we've not touched a single thing. We're just like
Nothing to do with this.
I did say I had my medical bag.
We are
So
witnesses.
that's actually legitimate.
we are witnesses.
Okay, I got to work on the safe.
Oh my
right.
god.
This is gonna be good.
That is a pass with a 75 under 80.
It is not enough to get into the safe.
Oh.
Turns out I only know how to do tumbler locks.